Hello, everyone. Welcome to Joy Workout number 22. Debbie Happy Cohen here in the house. You know, the best part of these Joy Workouts for me is getting the opportunity to share them with you. It's like my whole energy focuses and elevates and um what gift can I share today, but then I have to feel it and think about it in order to share it with you. And um, it's just such a gift. So thank you for being here with me, and thank you for receiving this gift because it makes it more beautiful to know that you're receiving it. Um, so number 22, repetition, repetition, repetition. So words are magic. I believe words are magic. Words are like magic wands, and they can words can heal and words can harm, right? And so I want to talk about the power of repetition, but before I do that, I want to read a beautiful quote that I posted at Facebook recently. Go and love someone exactly as they are, and then watch how quickly they transform into the greatest, truest version of themselves. When one feels seen and appreciated in their own essence, one is instantly empowered by somebody named Wes Angelozzi. He's got the word angel in his name, like Maya Angelou. Angelozzi. Interesting. Don't know who he is, but I love that quote. Go and love someone exactly as they are. And I would say to that, beginning with yourself. So I wanted to talk today about the power of repetition. Anybody who's a fitness trainer or who's done any kind of fitness work knows about the power of repetition, right? Um, and when I think about the things that we use here, the books, the ideas, we have 12 practices. Well, many of our members, these practices are practiced every day. With or without conscious awareness, because once you've done it many times, you're like, oh, that's what feels good. That's what feels right, because you've done it so many times. And the Sanctuary book with the 4 mantras. Well, what are mantras? Mantras are things that you repeat over and over and over again. But why? Well, the brain learns by repetition and or by an extreme situation. So you'll learn from something that really comes home emotionally, and you'll learn from repetition. The brain, when it sees something repeated over and over, it's like, oh, pay attention, that's important. And so the way that we feed our minds is it's not about positive thinking. What happens is we have so many thoughts every day. I think I read 60 to 70,000 thoughts per day. And if those thoughts are in contradiction, we're not going to feel a huge amount of greatness and energy. And the goal here is to feel your authenticity, to feel your magnificence, to let it shine as freely as possible. And I was thinking about our minds being like a container garden. A long time ago, I believed myself to have brown thumbs instead of green thumbs, and I always dreamed of having green thumbs. And one day I read about something called Earthbox container gardens, and they were saying that you only use like 10% the amount of water. There's no weeds. Once you create the system, or once you buy the system, you actually can't. There's no way to screw it up. Like, you can't kill them. And I'm like, okay, that's that. I'm gonna try that. And so I actually built my own, and posted it on YouTube. And but I always thought about it because all of a sudden I had basil and tomatoes and cucumbers. Like, I had so much, I didn't even know what to do with all of it. And it was true. I you couldn't It's really hard to screw up the system, and to have that much flourishing abundance and goodness. Like, I felt like God. I was like, yes, I have green thumbs, I can grow things. And well, then I started thinking about, well, what does that look like psychologically? And that's a big part of why I created joy-based living, is because, if you think about like an earthbox garden, you put certain nutrients in there, certain soil. It's a wicking kind of soil. It's got a lot of nutrients in it, and you put the water in a certain way. Well, what is that within our world? Within our world, within our minds, it's how we talk to ourselves, and it's who we surround ourselves with, right? And so, like, because if I talk to myself in really kind, positive ways, but then the people around me are really negative, even if they're not like attacking me, they're just attacking themselves. It shows me in my environment, it shows my brain, oh, that's how you do things. That's how the world is. And so I wanted to create an environment, a container where people could access their own authenticity and be celebrated for it. And then the coolest thing happened the other day. This is like really working. I'm so excited. Excuse me, so excited. Um, so I made a new friend who's now going to be joining us at Wholehearted Networking, and so she wanted to play a song for me. And she's like, "Close your eyes and listen to this," and then so it was about growing together and things like that. And she said, I always long to have people, or to have other people in my life, not a lover, not necessarily a family member, but just people that I could share this kind of this love. She didn't say love, but like this kind of music with. And basically what she was saying is, I want more deeper, greater intimacy with more people. Well, in order to have that, you have to have people who are established in their own goodness and greatness and beauty and magnificence to enough of a degree that they're not contradicting that beautiful energy, and they're not trying to they can handle it. They can handle all of that. They can take it in because their minds are unified in a place of, yes, I want well-being. For myself. And so, like, each one of us is our own container garden, but then as a community, we are each other's container garden. And I said to her, "Oh my God!" I was almost ready to cry, because I was like, "Wow, somebody's playing me such a beautiful song. I just met her, and what a gift to give that to me." And she hardly even knows me, but she knows from what I've put to the world, that she knows what I value, and she knows that I know that for me, the heart is important, and authenticity is important, and sharing love is important. And so she was able to deliver to me such a great gift. And I think what I'm learning right now in this moment is that I've done a really good job of communicating my authentic self. In order to receive that, I've had to do that. And that was one of my goals just about 5 or 6 years ago. I was like, I would just want to do a really good job at communicating who I really am. And so that the people who come into my life can be a match to that, and that we can give and receive on a level of authenticity and kindness and love. And putting words to it out loud feels a little bit weird, because it feels a little bit woo woo and hippie, and that's okay too. It's very real to me, and to have people understand who I am to that degree, that they just want to share their true selves, um, makes me want to just pinch myself, because we're not on drugs. We're not using substances to alter our state of being, and we're not in denial of some of the difficulty and pain and challenges that are in the world. We're simply choosing a deeper, stronger, more beautiful, magnificent way of being. We're choosing our authentic selves. And so I guess this message is a message of honoring our authentic selves. And so I honor yours, and I honor mine, and I thank you so much for being here with me today in this joy workout. And so what's the workout? How well are you communicating your authentic self to yourself and to others? Don't try to answer that question like it's a test. Just be with it. Let it kind of saturate your being and your brain. A lot of times joy workouts they're not direct. If you face them directly, they're going to combat, or they're going to run away. But if you just let them be like a question that like kind of like the nutrients in soil. The plant gets to choose what they want, and they will do that. They'll actually move their roots to where, if I put a pile of nutrients on one side of it, tomato plants did that. They took what they wanted. To let your brain rest on questions like that, like a pillow, and you'll surprise yourself. And so thank you, and I look forward to learning and growing with you as we go. Okay, bye for now.